Well, I want to be on the side of aspirational working Britain, and I agree with Matt about giving workers, particularly those on low and middle incomes, a pay rise. I think the best way to do that would be to raise the National Insurance employees threshold, as we've done with personal allowance, and rather than putting extra burdens on business, cut the basic rate of income tax by a penny each year, as Nigel Lawson did in the 80s. And that would really demonstrate, as capitalism comes under attack by Jeremy Corbyn as never before, that we, the Conservatives, are defending the enterprise economy for low and middle income, aspirational working Britain.
Okay.
I think the problem is, as a party, we've been far too timid. We haven't been bold enough. We haven't been bold enough, first of all, in dealing with those big issues. Say, for example, housing, where we've got a moribund planning system and we're not getting houses built in the right place fast enough. We're not enabling smaller builders to build quicker. Profit making is something we should be proud of, not something we should allow John McDonnell to attack. You know, an enterprise is a noble thing. It's not second class to working in public services. Putting your money on the line, taking a risk, doing something different, being prepared to fail, that is noble. And we should be out there defending those people day after day and actually making life easier for them. We need to simplify our system, and we need to really make life a lot easier for those people who are going out, earning money day after day, and making the case for them, and also being proud to be Conservatives. You know, if we're not proud of ourselves, if we don't look like we are a fun party to be part of, no one else is going to vote for us.
Matt, do you think it's going to pass?
I hope it passes because...
Do you think it will?
Well, I think it's got a better chance than the so-called meaningful votes. People who say instead we should take a different route, the problem is that Parliament has shown that it won't let that happen. And if we go, and if, no, Parliament has shown, sir, it doesn't matter whether you, it doesn't matter.
You can have enough, you can ask the question later.
This is a really important point. Because it doesn't matter whether you like the makeup of Parliament or not. Personally, I wish Parliament had a few more Tories in it, for starters. It is the Parliament that exists, and if we're going to go for a general election before Brexit, then we are toast as a party. Toast. So we have to deliver on Brexit, and we have to deliver on it with the Parliament we've got. Otherwise, the only winner is Jeremy Corbyn.
Are you going to run as leader? Dom?
When the time comes,
yes, no. Victoria, think no. No? Refreshing from a politician.
The time for that decision hasn't come.
I'm going to take that as a maybe.
I'll go maybe as well, just to get it over with.
My view is the time when you start running in a race is just after the starting gun's been fired, not just before.
All right.
That's a very long yes.
Yeah. It's a long yes. I think we've got some yeses and some maybes and a definite no.
The ideas that are being put forward from the people on this panel reflect a brimming of ideas that's happening in the Conservative Party. But we've also got to recognise that we've been a party of government for basically coming up to 9 years. And in the normal pendulum effect of politics, we should be in our end game. We are not in any way, shape or form ready to sit on the opposition benches. We're absolutely determined to stay in government and deliver good government. This is a party that I love. This is a party that we have so much to be proud of. And we've got to communicate that on social media, on the doorstep, face-to-face, broadcast, print, whatever, every single day. Because if we don't demonstrate the passion that we have for our party, no one else is going to do it for us.
I think one of the reasons, though, that people aren't currently inspired by the Conservative Party is we come across as managerial. We talk in statistics. We don't talk in terms of belief. And one of the things I think we've got to be very careful of is this tendency to ban and regulate things and to say, well, we're worried about how big the pizza, we're worried about how big the pizza you're eating is, or damaging those people on low incomes who want to have a glass of wine or beer at the end of the day. And I think what people want is the state to deliver core public services, health, education, police really well. But what they don't want is the state trying to micromanage their lives. And I think there's a danger that we've said the state can fix all your problems. And it absolutely It absolutely can't.
We can change the narrative on the public sector. I certainly don't like the way we've been pigeonholed into a private sector good, public sector bad. There are many Conservatives, particularly in the police, for example, who used to be natural Conservatives. And actually, if we did something really radical around release of public sector land for key emergency service workers, it would be a way to show them, again, I come back to the theme I mentioned earlier, that we're on their side. It's a massive opportunity, and we need to be grasping all of them.
The digital media output of the Brexit Party is very, very impressive. Very impressive indeed. They have a big advantage that they have got a single issue that they can campaign on. And when you can strip away detail like that, it makes that messaging so much easier. But we do have to be on the front foot. We do have to be confident. We do have to be getting out there every single day.
And one thing I am worried is about some of the narrative towards the Brexit Party. Yes, there are political competitors, but if you remember, how did we win over Lib Dem voters? We won them over by love-bombing them. We didn't win them over by saying they were deplorable or their opinions were extreme. And we've got to stop that stuff, because saying that you believe that we need to Brexit now or you want a no-deal Brexit is not an extreme position. So I do think we need to be more in the mindset of love-bombing rather than the mindset of saying these positions are unacceptable, because that is not a way we're going to win people back.
Well,